we resist, we persist, we rise, and we run for office.
We're looking to activate women, create a moment of solidarity.
Women want seats in Congress and in state houses across the country and are running in numbers not seen in decades.
I'm Chrissy Houlihan, and Washington has turned our country upside down.
Extreme partisanship in Washington today is hurting our Lehigh Valley families.
I'm Pearl Kim, and I approve this message because I actually give a damn.
Many sense their place in a movement.
It's fun to be running with this diverse set of women who are super talented.
I do not take this opportunity for granted. I'm just so excited about the possibility to serve this district.
Some already blaze trails in courtrooms and boardrooms.
All of us have been in male-dominated professions our entire lives.
So Capitol Hill isn't so daunting.
When I started as a young lawyer, I had a client ask whether they let girls write briefs, as in legal briefs. I told him that, we don't wear them, we write them.
After November 6th, we may have more women representing our communities in Congress than ever before. A women's wave is washing over campaign season in America, reshaping the national conversation about politics and priorities.
In 2018, we have a record number of women running and winning nominations for office across levels.
Nationwide, there are 23 women running for Senate and 237 women running for the U.S. House, a total of 260 candidates. Even if they all win, men would still outnumber women 2-to-1 in Washington.
We have to continue this work. We have to sustain this energy to make a strong case for voters to look to, recruit, and support women candidates.
Pennsylvania is the largest state without a female representative. It ranks 39th in the country among states for equitable representation of women. That's according to an analysis by the Center for Women in Politics at Rutgers University.
In our federal delegation, we have 0 women serving.
SCHWARTZ was the last woman to represent Pennsylvania in Congress. She served Montgomery County and Philadelphia in Congress for 10 years until 2015, when she left to run for governor.
But women are 52% of the voters. We're here. We have a right to be, I think, should be represented.
We're going to be a part of the conversation to change the conversation in Washington.
7 women are running for Congress in our area. Incumbent Lisa Blunt Rochester wants to represent all of Delaware for a second term. Chrissy Houlihan, the retired Air Force captain and former executive at And One Basketball, is running in the Pennsylvania 6th. Republican candidate and former Delaware County prosecutor Pearl Kim is facing off against civil rights attorney Mary Gay Scanlon in the Pennsylvania 5th. State Senator Madeleine Dean is looking to trade the State House for the Capitol. She's seeking the Pennsylvania 4th House seat. In the Lehigh Valley, former Allentown solicitor Susan Wild is the Democrat on the ballot for the Pennsylvania 7th. And in New Jersey's 12th District, Bonnie Watson Coleman is seeking a 3rd term in Washington. What difference would more women in power make to voters?
Having more women in Congress certainly should change the tone of some of the conversations. And it certainly is going to change the input.
The election of Donald Trump and the events of the last 2 years, the chaotic policymaking, the divisive rhetoric, the belittling rhetoric, has really created in me an urgency to get to Washington to serve, to turn back the tide.
The Kim Scanlon race means we can expect a woman to again represent Pennsylvania voters in Congress.
It's amazing that I can be part of changing the narrative of politics and possibly shattering some glass ceilings and being the first woman of color elected into Congress in Pennsylvania.
Dittmar, the Rutgers researcher, sees the potential for a culture shift in American politics.
Because they are motivated to get into these institutions to make public policy progress, to get things done. And that motivation for achievement over ego prevents them from sometimes falling into the partisan traps and re-electoral interests that are so common in our politics today.
So will the wave of women head to Washington? Voters will decide November 6th. For NBC 10, I'm Lauren Make.